Hello and welcome to Somerset Beerhallareviews with me, Alvis. Not a review today, as you probably gather from the title. It's kind of a sort of channel update, blended with a response to Nick Cook's video about how you got into real ales. Nick Cook, Beerhallareviews. If you're not familiar with his channel, go and check it out. You should find it out because he gets a lot more viewers than I do, and also I'm going to post this as a response to his anyway. So I got another Arbor Ale here, which is a local beer to me. If you know my channel, I do drink a lot of Arbor Ales. Breakstone better, 4.3% ABV. I've reviewed this before, so if you want to check out my review of it, then feel free to do so. Well, in answer to Nick's, that's the worst pint I've ever poured, by the way. In answer to Nick's question of how I got into real ale and craft beer, well, real ale I got into because many years ago I was working for Smiles Brewery in Bristol, which is quite close to me, as sort of a driver delivery. I wasn't a drayman, but I was like delivering the beer, taking it from the brewery to their store in which is nearby. I won't even bother telling you where it is because if you don't know the area, there's no point. And I was offered a job there and didn't take it, funnily enough, but I enjoyed the week I was working there. Fantastic, really enjoyed the job. But I was a Foster's drinker back then, cheap macro lagers, you know, 18-year-old, that was what it was all about, you know, drinking just to get drunk. And I just never thought anything of it, didn't take the job, you know, moved on. And I happened to be in a pub which is local to me in Weston called the London. And they always sold Smiles beers on cask. And I thought one night I was out with my missus and I said, sod it, I'm going to try a pint of this Smiles Best. You know, I work for them, I don't know what it's like. Gave it a go and I absolutely loved it. I thought to myself, why have I been drinking all this rubbish lager all my life? So I've no looked back since then, and that must have been, what, 2003, something like that, 2001, so maybe 2000, yeah, about 10 years I've been drinking real ale. And when I first started, craft beer, when I first started drinking craft beer, wasn't very long ago, to be honest. I bought a pint of Sharp's Doom Bar, googled it on you know, the old computer, and I found Silent Real Ale, Mr. Real Ale Guide. I'm going to take a sip of this, by the way, first, because I'm gagging for a beer. Anyway, found Mr. Real Ale Guide, sort of got watching his videos, got in contact with him, went over to see Simon in South Wales, which is very close to me. Done a few reviews of Simon and he told me a bit more about it, and I gradually got into it then, and that was the start of this year, so that was January 2012, so I'd never even heard of craft beer before I met Simon, and I gradually got in contact with the rest of you guys on YouTube, the ones that I know and the ones that I will possibly one day know. We have a good chat on Tuesday nights on Google+, which if you're not already joined up with Google+, I strongly suggest you do, and join in with our chats on the sort of, it's like a webcam sort of Skype type thing if you're not familiar with it. And it's great, we all chat about beer and, you know, basically have a good laugh, have a few pints and have a bit of fun. It's like being on the pub with your mates, but we're all spread all over the country. And I think it's a great gift to, you know, well, I say gift, it's a great invention and a good way to use the internet. Excuse me. Anyway, that's the answer to the next question. You may have noticed, if you're a regular viewer to my channel, that I'm not uploading as often as I was, and that's mainly because well, a few reasons really. I mean, I've been reading a lot of books about beer and the history of beer, and a lot of it really, you tend to forget. I mean, a lot of these craft beers and bottled beers that I've been able to get, and well, anyone's been able to get really, you can get from the internet beer shops or even local beer shops. I think that you know, you tend to forget because the quality of them, you sit at home drinking them, And really, you know, you got to think of the main reason alcohol or human beings have been drinking alcohol for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years, perhaps even thousands. I really don't know. I'm not a historian. But for all this time, it's for sociability, you know. And I've got to agree with Stuart Pickard here. It's nice to do these reviews, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoy doing them, and I love people's comments that I get. But it's nice to actually go down the pub, have a few pints with people you don't even know, you've never met. I mean, I'm quite lucky. My brother likes real ale and craft beer, and we go out together, go around pubs in different cities and towns. And we have a great laugh. We've met some brilliant characters, you know, people we never see ever again, but they've made us so welcome in their local pub. And it's nice to sort of think, well, you know, it's better to go down the pub and enjoy the beers. You perhaps, especially down there in the south, I'm sure David Urban Viking Ale would agree with me. Well, I know he'll agree with me. Down here in the south, we haven't got the sort of choice that the folks up north have got. I'm not saying anything about Devon and the Devon and Yorkshire clash over beer, but we haven't really got the great choice down here. You tend to sort of get like a pub with a doom bar in, which is you know, if you haven't heard of doom bar, well, I don't know what you've been doing, because it's everywhere. Or down around my area is I've lost the plot now. Who is it? Butcombe Brewery. They're everywhere. But I mean, they're good beers, but they're nothing amazingly exceptional. But it's nice to go in and just chat to people over a few pints, and you know, perhaps get bladdered with them. And it's just a great thing to do. Go and socialise with beer, I find. You know, but not to say. That's not saying craft beer in a bottle is a hell of a drink. And I suppose if you've got like a load of mates coming around your house, that's great if you can crack open you know, a few bottles of that, some craft beer all night, instead of drinking wine or crap lager or bloody John Smith's. If you've seen my review of John Smith's lately, it's just nice to sort of enjoy a decent drink. But I'll be honest, I mean, instead of reviewing on a Friday night or in the week, I've been going out to pubs instead and enjoying myself there. So apologies to anyone who's expected a video off me every night. You know, I do apologise, but you've got to sort of you know, do what you want to do, really. And I think getting down your local pub and supporting your local pub, or not even if it's your local pub, just supporting village pubs that are struggling, going down there, getting out and drinking in those, that's just, it's the way forward, I find. You know, I appreciate some people are sort of struggling for time, or perhaps they can't get any transport there. You know, it's obviously hard if you've got to drive. You can't have a drink anyway, so it's completely pointless going out and drinking Coke all night. I can understand that. But it's just nice to get out and have a drink, you know. But then equally, it's Sunday night now, I've got to work tomorrow. I'm not going to go in the pub because I will end up getting bladdered, so I won't be able to get up for work, which is, you know, not really a good thing. So, you know, I'll have like, you know, 3 bottles of, you know, sort of sessionable 4%-ish ales at home, and that'll do me on a Sunday night. But the more we drink, and the more you go out and buy and demand craft beer, it's going to spread. And I long for the day when I can go down to my local pub, which is a like 5-minute walk away. I can go in there and I can get a pint of, I don't know, Magic Rock, Buxton, Camden Brewery, just to name a few. Moors would be nice, getting more local. Arbours. There's no pubs around here that sell Arbour or Moors, nothing like that whatsoever. Wetherspoons are good, but then there's another debate there, because at the end of the day they are a sort of pub co. You know, they're a massive company, and I sort of, I agree with, I like the way that they get good beers in with their beer festivals they have, and it's nice to be able to try different beers, but I'd rather spend the money at someone who's perhaps struggling a little bit, you know, a little free house, you know, and they're sort of on the verge of shutting, and you want to go in there and you want to give them the trade. You're happy to pay the £3.10 a pint that they charge, whereas you can go to a Wetherspoons and get a pint for £2. I don't know how they do that. It must be because they buy the beer in bulk and they get a discount. I don't know, but anyway, I think yeah. Going back to Nick Cook, Nick's only been reviewing a little while, but I believe he's been watching for a long time. To all of us, well, we're all beer reviewers. Not trying to, you know, I'm in no way a massive beer reviewer. You can judge by my views if you look on my channel. But we're all part of a little club here, and it's not. I feel great to be part of it, really. But Nick's done a good thing, I think. Here, it's a shame he can't really join in with the Google Plus thing. But Nick, I hope you get your webcam sorted out soon. You can all join in on Tuesday. That'd be fantastic. But it's a good idea you had here. You know, I don't really care if nobody watches this video. It's just another video that I've done. You know, it's no trouble to me, and it's nice if people do watch it. I do appreciate every view I have. Probably talking a load of bollocks now, to be honest, because I'm running out of things to say. But well done, Nick, for a good idea. I'm going to post this probably on my channel as well, and put it as a comment on your video. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope it hasn't been too boring, and if you haven't switched off already, then switch off now. Cheers.